we don't change, come back down, keep it safe, spinning round, lost my mind, keep it up, killing time, don't wait up, it'll be okay, know it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side, hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday is on my mind, used to take me by surprise. Truth it breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. It's heavy now, we don't change, come back down, keep it safe, spinning round, lost my mind, keep it up, killing time, don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side, hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Know it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday is on my mind. Used to take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. It's heavy now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, we don't change, come back down, keep it safe, spinning room, lost my mind, keep it up, killing time, don't wait up, it'll be okay, oh it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side, hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday is on my mind. You still take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. It's heavy now, we don't change, come back down, keep it safe, spinning room, lost my mind, keep it up, killing time, don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay, though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side, hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out
What's up, everybody? What is happening? What is going on? Hope everybody can hear me okay. If you can, give me a thumbs up. If you got me, sound check. I'll make sure that we're clear on all channels. We're trying something a little different today. I actually am able to do a live on BitU. I haven't been on live on BitU before. As some of y'all know, if you've been following me for a while, I did try to do BitU when I first started having issues with YouTube, and they blocked me. They blocked me there pretty quick. And I thought they was like one of those conservative type of channels where they were like, or platforms where they would be okay with whatever, as long as you wasn't talking about killing somebody, right? But no, wasn't the case. BitU blocked me. They stopped processing my videos. So I find it odd though. When I do live, they tend to reach a little more of the audience than the regular videos do. What I do know is that they take a longer time to screen live videos. So like if I put up a regular video, they might hit it the same day. If it's a bad video, which I mean, when I say bad, I mean if it's a video that's got some information in there that you guys aren't supposed to be hearing, then they'll usually hit that right away. But far as the live, it could take a couple days, a week or so. So a lot of times I might let a live run, then I'll pull it, probably later that day or the next day. So if you miss a live on YouTube, or if you've seen it and it's not there no more, chances are you can find it on Rumble. Now, I do tend to play around with the channels a little bit, to whereas I might play a video on all of the YouTubes, but I won't leave it up on the main channel because that one is the one that they come after pretty hard. So I might leave it up on one of the lesser channels. So it's good to have all the channels, man. If you don't have your notifications on, do that. Put your notifications on, man. If you own this video, you watch it right now. If you subscribe and you haven't subscribed, like the video, help get the word out, help share the information. Appreciate you guys for that. I take the time to do the videos. You guys take the time to like it if you're watching it, right? Make it easy for everybody. We work together in unison, and also it helps break the algorithm, get us out there, and also help me to build the platform as much as we can so we can get some other guests and stuff in like we did before. If y'all remember, I had Sophia, the author of The Matrix and the Terminator. I had her in a while ago. It's been a while. We had Raisha Malone. He shed a lot of light on some things, man. So it's good to be able to have some of these people on, and with you guys' help, it makes it possible. So speaking of guests, before I get to that, we'll go over that in a second. We are going to be doing a summer special that we starting off for this month of May. It's actually going to kick off today, but if you can see it on the screen, we have it on the ticker up top. You got the buy one bundle and you get one free. Okay, so you buy one bundle, get one free. This is going out for those that have been contacting me about getting bundles for them and their spouse, family members and friends, kids, whatever. I've had a lot of people reaching out like, hey, I want to get this for my family. I want to get this for me and my husband, me and my wife. And they figured it was a little too much. So what we did, we made it possible for right now, for this month, we're going to do that special. So if you buy one bundle for yourself to get the parasites and toxins and all the crap out of your system, you can also do that for your spouse as well. Okay. Or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever. And it will cost you no additional charge. So definitely take advantage of that, guys. That fact, let me put that in on the screen right now, which you have to put in that code at the, I think you might have to put in the code. You may not have to. If you put two bundles in your cart when you go to checkout, you should be able to get it, and it automatically would apply discount on both of those. So you'll be able to get both of them for the price of one. All right. If not, then you may have to put in the code "Give Me Two," and I'm gonna put that up there so people are aware of this. And then we're gonna talk about some stuff real quick. Let's go. Okay. All right. So as on the screen, I don't know if you would have to put the code in, but you might have to get that discount. We got some orders that are going out this week. So if you haven't received your order as of yet, chances are you will be receiving that probably Monday or Tuesday of next week, if not possibly Friday of this week. So we got a handful of orders that are going out this week. All right. As y'all can tell by the title of this broadcast is Weather War. Weather War, man. Y'all know what I tell y'all all the time, man. I tell y'all all the time that just because you found out about something today don't mean it wasn't going on yesterday. I stand on that, man. I live by that because I believe that just because you wake up don't mean that you the first person that woke up. Like we find out stuff, at this point or this junction in our lives, but it's other people that lived before us that found out stuff long before. Okay. And probably for them as well, it didn't just start that day. You just became aware. You just became conscious of what was going on. Okay. You did not know. You were unaware that these things were happening. Right. Just like I was talking to my buddy, man. And I told him, man, I said, we was talking about, and this is how you kind of can decipher for who's where they at, where their state of mind is, right? We was talking, and he was like, man, yeah, I don't like Eminem, no, I don't like his music. Like this, you just coming from a dude that was a big time Eminem fan, man. Like he grew up listening to Eminem, trying to be like Eminem, like he was 100% like Eminem. Like if it was a black version of Eminem, it was probably him. Okay. But he loved Eminem or whatnot. And if y'all remember, Eminem went through a phase where he was doing a lot of stuff, man, and he was getting in trouble. The leaks was they was hitting on him. They was man, I might show a little video, man. But they was messing with him. And if you noticed, it was a change in his appearance and stuff not too long after that. His appearance changed, man. He had that strange episode where he was on like NFL Tonight. He was on some NFL broadcast or something. He just completely zoned out. And the announcer was like, hey, Eminem, like trying to talk to him. He wasn't hearing nothing and stuff, right? He couldn't hear, he didn't respond. Also, he just snapped out like, oh, what's going on? This was on a live broadcast, okay? But Eminem started kind of speaking out, doing things, man, kind of, rustling some feathers. And, well, he all of a sudden had a change in appearance. Tell people all the time, man. Change of appearance is usually a good indication that something happened to that person. But my buddy, he like, man, Eminem music don't sound the same. I told him, I said, that's because that's not Eminem. It's not Eminem. He was like, what do you mean it's not Eminem? I said, dude, Eminem been dead. They took him out a long time ago. He's like, they ain't not having Eminem. What you mean? So where's Eminem? I said, Eminem's dead. What you mean? He dead. He didn't want to believe it. He like, his music don't sound the same, but he couldn't put two and two together. No, his music doesn't sound the same, and nor does he look the same. Like, hello. But if you don't know certain things are going on, then you can't piece it together what's happening. You see what I mean? And this is I'm gonna play a little video as it pertains to some of that stuff as well. But that's not where I want to go with this particular video. I wanted to touch on that because this is just kind of, it goes hand in hand with understanding that just because you stumble across information today doesn't mean it wasn't going on yesterday. Okay. So far as this weather warfare that we're dealing with now is essentially something that's been going on. All right. So we have to look at that in contrast to some of the other things as well, and it kind of paints a picture of what's happening. But let me see if I can play that little clip for y'all real quick. It's it's risky. I think we might could get away with it, man. You know, they be saying stuff about conspiracy theory too. They don't even want you playing something if it's considered a conspiracy, whether it's being said something bad or not. They like, oh, if it's a conspiracy theory, then they don't want people even looking at it or being aware of it. But there was this journalist, and he was talking about it. So I'm gonna play the video. Let me see if I can do that for y'all real quick. Then we'll get into what we want to talk about. I want to play this as well. Also, guys, so I was talking to one of our other subs about this. They had a situation. I did an interview with this particular person. It was a while back. We were talking about the stuff that was going on in the hospitals and stuff. And so I was reaching out to some of my doctor friends to see if they could kind of look at some of this or look at a sample of this vial of blood that came from one of the patients that were killed during the pandemic. Remember when they was locking everybody in the hospitals? They wouldn't let nobody see them. Y'all remember that? So I had a sub that I did an interview with, and they experienced this, and they took out one of their loved ones behind it. It was a reason why they didn't let people come in, man. They didn't want people around them because they wanted to be able to do whatever they wanted to do so they could push their agenda. And so I reached out to one of my doctor friends and try to see about getting some samples looked at so we can see what were they doing to the blood of some of these victims, right? Because we happen to got a sample of the blood of a victim that was killed during the pandemic in the hospital. So like, okay, let's go look and see what they was doing to them. That's the right thing to do. Like if we had real investigators, we had real like media and journalists and real investigations that was going on. This is the type of stuff they would do, and they would come back with information that would pretty much rock this country to its core, because the stuff that they would find, man, would be so damning. It would be so damning to the pharmaceutical industry, but also the medical community as well. So they're never going to give us that information. All our information as it pertains to this stuff is going to come from outside sources or sources that have been banned, suppressed, censored, or removed. There is no more places where you can find this stuff being widely advertised or promoted or pushed to the public. You're not going to get information as it pertains to what the hell is happening to you. Okay. And I'm going to play a couple pieces here so you can understand and see like this is what's going on. And if you don't know, you just don't know. Like I tell you all the time, it's millions at this point, probably billions of people have died in their sleep. When I say died in their sleep, I say they have no clue to the atrocities that we face as a human race while they were alive. Okay, what led up to their death, the type of stuff that is going on still to this day on a regular basis. I played that piece for the NASA war document where they was talking about putting all this crap in your food, putting all this crap in your water, putting all this crap in your air, okay, putting all this programming out here, putting all these different things up that were going to destroy you from the inside out. Okay, if you don't know that they're doing this to you, you just don't know. And you die a death of a victim that did not know. All right. This is why we do the detox shop, because those that do know, they can start addressing the stuff they don't want you to know. You see how that works? If you don't know that they're doing something to you and you die because of stuff that's done to you, it's because of a lack of knowledge. If you don't know, they say what you don't know can't hurt you. BS. What you don't know can kill you. I will say that, and it will kill you. And then most people are dying behind this stuff. So either way, I'm going to play a couple little videos. First, I want to go and play this little video where they was talking about, we was just talking about Eminem and stuff and how, they've taken him out, and other folks that have suffered the same fate, and kind of what that looks like, and how these different media personalities and things try to just act like it ain't happening. Same thing they do with the freaking weather. We can go into that. But let's play this video first, and then we'll go into another one behind that. So let me get this. Hold on, guys.
It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal. Were you there? No. Okay, what's your source of information?
Okay, and some of y'all don't know about Pizzagate and stuff. That was a real thing. I did a lot on the Pizzagate when it first happened. Not when it first happened, but when we first started seeing stuff as far as the pandemic and some of the stuff that was going on. I played a big piece about Pizzagate. I did a whole video, man. Like, man, they took that down. You know, they ripped that up. But we're going to go over something real quick, man. We're just going to play this piece. Then I'm going to play this other piece. Then we're going to play another piece. We're going to play some pieces, all right? So y'all check it out real quick. Let me play this. I just thought this was cool. We need to see that. Boom. Okay. Here we go.
Hillary Clinton's execution. It sounds like you were there at the military tribunal. Were you there?
No.
Okay, what's your source of information that Hillary was executed as you described here on video to your followers?
First and foremost, a journalist can't disclose his sources by law, so I'm not going to burn a source. I believe your client has actually invoked that privilege as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm an investigative journalist, and I am protected by the First Amendment to not reveal my source, number one. Number two, this exact story is widely reported across many different outlets across the world.
Where did you get it from?
I just told you.
From who? Can you name a source? Any source?
I'm not going to name my sources. Absolutely not.
You said it was.
Don't put me out of business.
It was widely reported where?
Across many different media outlets across the world.
Can you name some of them?
No, I can't. I don't have the list here in my head. I didn't know you were going to ask me, but you're free to research it yourself.
Well, your source for Hillary Clinton's execution. First of all, did that person ask for confidentiality?
Objection. They don't have to ask for confidentiality to be a source of a journalist. It's not how it works.
Okay.
And yes, they did.
Okay. Did you have just one source for this information or multiple sources?
I don't know if I had one source for this particular piece of information. I have multiple sources that give me information that are very close to the actual events that I talk about occurring.
Okay. Can you tell me who authorized the execution of Hillary Clinton?
Donald Trump.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The military tribunal authorized the execution.
But Donald Trump was there.
Donald Trump was president of the United States, ordered the arrest via the military, and then presided over the execution.
Okay. Did the Secretary of Defense approve the execution?
I have no idea.
Yeah, where did the execution take place?
Guantanamo Bay.
And we've seen Hillary since the end of 2018, haven't we, on television, or is that a body double?
You see what you think is Hillary on television, but that's not Hillary.
Okay. It's your belief that's a body double?
It is a body double.
Okay. How do you know that?
Because Hillary was executed on December 31st of 2018.
Okay. But you aren't a firsthand witness to the execution, is that correct?
Correct. Asked and answered.
Okay. What other high-level public officials were executed by military tribunals?
Joe Biden.
He was, I think you broadcast that he was executed for crimes against humanity in 2019.
Yes.
And the Joe Biden that was elected president in November of 2020 is really a body double? You broadcast that, right?
Yes. A body double and or cloning technology is amazing today. Most people don't know about it, but could also be a clone, but I don't think so because it looks nothing like the actual Joe Biden anyway.
All right. So Mark Esper, he was the Secretary of Defense. Does he know about these executions?
Mark Esper turned out to be a cabal deep state plant. And Mark Esper is a traitor, in my opinion.
Okay, should be executed?
No, I didn't say that.
I thought you said earlier traitors should be executed.
He wasn't put through trial, and he wasn't indicted, as far as I'm aware, unless it's still sealed for anything. If he does get found guilty of a crime of treason, sedition, or crimes against humanity, those particular offenses call for the death penalty, which I support in those cases.
Was Anthony Fauci executed?
I have conflicting information on that.
Okay, have you reported that he will be arrested and tried by a military tribunal?
Yes.
And if found guilty, he'll then be executed?
I'm not the one that controls that, but if he's found guilty of a crime of treason, sedition, or crimes against humanity, those particular crimes, if found guilty, carry the sentence of a death penalty.
Did you report on social media that Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, was arrested and executed?
I believe I reported that Gavin Newsom killed himself.
Okay, and who's standing in for Gavin Newsom now, body double
Or a clone.
or clone? Did you report on social media that the COVID vaccines were developed by Big Pharma to control the minds and actions of humans by way of the 5G networks operated by the phone companies?
I believe that I had discussed that particular topic on my live streams. I don't, in the way that you're phrasing it, did I report on it? In my mind, you're making it seem like I gave that information, but I believe I was corroborating with other truther or citizen journalists, whatever you call us, on that particular set of intel. But
did you report that the COVID vaccine is about the cabal controlling the minds and actions of humans?
I most likely have said those words, yes.
Did you report on social media that there's really a second secret constitution of the United States?
Yes.
And did you report that the Supreme Court of the United States has already rendered a decision overturning the 2020 election?
Yes.
And they just haven't gone public with it yet?
Correct.
Okay. Have you reported on social media that Donald Trump is still the president of the United States, even though Biden or his body double was inaugurated?
Yes.
Did you report on social media that John McCain was one of the first ones put to death by a military tribunal?
Yes.
And you believe that to be true?
Yes.
Did you report on social media that former Governor Andrew Cuomo is a pedophile who raped and killed and tortured children?
Yes.
Did you report on social media that there was no shooting at the concert goers at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas?
Yes.
Did you report on social media that Donald Trump has control over all banks worldwide?
I don't recall that.
Did you report on social media that Trump sat down with Saudi Arabia in 2017 once he came into office and got control over Saudi Arabia, then Israel, and then the Vatican?
The way that you just said it, no. I did report on Trump's, quote, world tour in 2017. The way that you just said it is inaccurate, but yes.
Give me the accurate version then.
Donald Trump, immediately upon taking office, met with, and this is documented if you go back and look at his itinerary, met with several countries, Saudi Arabia being the first, Israel being second, the Vatican, the royal family, China, Brazil, and several other countries throughout the world.
And what did he do? He said, I've got the goods on you. I know you're a cabal, you're child trafficking. What did he tell them?
Not necessarily that way, but he had evidence of certain individuals, certain proponents of government that were within government that were doing crimes against humanity. They were committing crimes against humanity. And Trump, and not just Trump, but Trump and his administration, Pompeo, and several military generals who always accompanied Trump, showed them the bad eggs of their own government and asked for capitulation with their governments to help bring down this worldwide ring of terror, so to speak.
The cabal.
The cabal.
Okay. What is the cabal? What's your definition?
The cabal is a global group of elites, such as high-ranking government officials, high-ranking CEOs and presidents of companies, central bankers worldwide, and other financially well-off billionaires that control the world without any of its citizens knowing.
And you said on social media many times, Tom Hanks was a pedophile.
Yes,
And is Tom Hanks deceased now?
yes,
He was executed?
yes,
And was it a military tribunal that executed him
I
too?
believe so.
Okay. How many people have been executed by way of the military tribunal? Is it hundreds of people or thousands?
I have no idea.
Okay. Did you report on social media that the District of Columbia has been under martial law for several months and the Patriots blew up the tunnels underneath the District of Columbia, which were used for child trafficking?
Yes,
And you believe that to be true, correct?
absolutely.
And who's your source for that information?
Asked and answered. I don't give up my sources for
Okay.
journalism.
So about that one, guys, that particular video, the guy was talking about the whole cloning aspect, right? That's what we were just talking about, Eminem, and how certain people have been knocked off being used for different reasons. Ella, like Dave Chappelle, who's the other guy? Obviously your president that you have now. Not just him. Some of y'all are aware, like Johnny Depp, Tom Hanks. Yes, he's talking about Hillary. Gucci Man. It's a multitude of different artists and things like that have had this happen. But the point of the matter is, it's just the fact, like, what I was explaining to you guys is that a lot of people don't know about that. They don't even know that that stuff exists. They don't know that it's possible. So they dismiss it. They think that it's basically it's conspiracy theory. Let's be clear. Conspiracy theory that they are doing that kind of nefarious crap to people that we look up to, icons, idols, whatever. All right, they do this kind of stuff with them. I've talked to you guys about the whole real aspect and them being able to do the thing with the eye. What is the Black Eye Club? All that. That ties into that. That's one aspect of the crap that they do that people still don't know. But we start talking about the stuff that we know. Like we already know that stuff. Now you start going, you dig a little deeper, you start talking about the weather. Okay, talking about the weather aspect. Now, we looking at the fact that, yeah, I don't know if you guys paid attention, man, but we just had a lot of tornadoes hit. Some of y'all are in those areas, man, which I want to go in and touch on it. Some of y'all are in those areas and you witnessed this or you were affected by this, and you know that it was something odd that went on. You know, it was like it just didn't make sense how all of a sudden these tornadoes just start coming in popping. Now, granted, we've been accustomed to this for a long period of time. You know, we get to it's like, oh, it's tornado season, right? Oh, you gotta watch out. So every year we get this tornado season. We got all these hailstorms and things, and we just assume, and we've assumed all our life, that this stuff is just, you know, part of life. It's Mother Nature doing her thing, you know, and it's free of manipulation by man. That's what we've assumed for a better part of our lives. But as we've come to find out, that is not necessarily the case. It's not necessarily the case. Now, funny thing is, I was myself, man, I was in Memphis and I was in Missouri. I was in Memphis and Missouri over the weekend. So I got to witness some of this stuff that was going on, man. I went and turned on the Weather Channel and I was like, man, you know, it's a whole lot of activity going on. But granted, I had already, like, earlier that day, I was able to see or notice some strange happenings with the clouds and things. Now, you know, I'm already aware of cloud seeding, the geoengineering, and the chems that they spray. So they're doing a combination of different things, all right? But Well, we never considered. We know that they got the machine. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't know. How many people have heard of the HAARP machine? How many have actually heard of that? All right. I just want to get a show of thumbs for how many people actually have heard of the HAARP weather machine. All right. Now, I'm going to play a little piece about that, man. And then we're going to talk about it a little bit. And I'm going to show you what I saw prior to all this stuff happening. Maybe it was a coincidence. I just happened to be looking up and I'm like, okay. And then not too long after that, you had these tornadoes touching down in these different areas. So let's play this piece, man. Let's do that. See what we get from that. It's for people that probably may not know much, but we're going to take a look at it. Yeah, let's take a look at this real quick.
Playing God with the atmosphere. That's a new headline report from theatlantic.com. The Atlantic report then playing God with the atmosphere. That's a new headline report from theatlantic.com. The Atlantic report then states, quote, many climate experts see geoengineering, aka climate engineering, as a last resort. With the Atlantic.com headline in mind, here's more breaking reports. Massive tornado outbreak reduced areas to rubble across multiple states. That's from NBC News. From postandcourier.com, storm pelts city with 90-mile-per-hour winds, 3-inch high-velocity hail. From the New York Post, softball-sized hail smashes windows, destroys homes. From ABC News, tornadoes leave trail of destruction. From AccuWeather, generational tornado outbreak. And another from Fox Weather, baseball-sized hail, 90-mile-per-hour winds. And here's one more from AccuWeather. Huge hailstorm causes extensive damage, could challenge records. With all those dire breaking headlines in mind, again, consider the new report title from theatlantic.com, Playing God with the Atmosphere. Question, are you okay with man, quote, playing God with the atmosphere? This is Dane Wigington with geoengineeringwatch.org.
Okay. So that's essentially what they're doing is playing God, right? They're playing God, but the question is, how long have they been playing God? How long has this stuff been going on? Let me see something here. Let's take a look at this.
Located in Gakona, Alaska, the project is called HAARP.
HAARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Project, originally a joint effort of the Air Force and Navy in cooperation with a number of academic institutions.
HAARP is comprised of 180 antennas, approximately 72 feet tall, linked together to function as one giant steerable antenna. Steerable because it can aim millions of watts of ELF waves into one tiny patch of the atmosphere.
The amount of energy we're talking about here is 3.6 million watts, injecting their entire output into a spot that's about 12 miles across by about 2.5 miles deep by about 90 miles up.
This is where HAARP is pointing. It's an area located roughly 300 miles from Anchorage. The U.S. military says HAARP is merely being used to study the physical and electrical properties and behavior of the ionosphere for both civilian and defense purposes. Another theory is surfaced. The intense energy being beamed into the sky by HAARP is actually heating up the atmosphere, causing weather changes.
HAARP is being used for weather modification. The military's own record proves it. They've admitted it within their own documents, and yet they still deny it to the public.
HAARP is one of several ELF wave transmitters located all over the globe. The United States owns and operates 3 of them, one in Gakona, Alaska, another in Fairbanks, Alaska, and one in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Russia has one in Vasilersky near Nizhny Novgorod, and the European Union has one near Tromsø in Norway. Working in tandem, these transmitters could potentially alter the weather anywhere in the world, changing the jet stream's course entirely, triggering massive rainstorms or droughts. Even hurricane steering would be possible by heating up the atmosphere and building up high-pressure domes that could deflect or change the course of hurricanes.
Okay. So that's for those that have not heard about HAARP, don't know much about it, man. I'm gonna say HAARP because I don't want to trigger nothing. Y'all know what I mean. So just want to put that out there so people that were unaware that they have had this technology and that they've been utilizing it, that you can become familiar with it as we kind of delve into some of this stuff that's going on. Now, I'm gonna play this other video for you real quick. Hold on, guys. It's also dealing with that as well. And they're talking about it. Here we go.
I wanted to ask a couple questions here about HAARP, the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Several of you at the table have a little bit of a piece here. As you know, this is located up in Alaska. It's currently funded by the Air Force Research Lab. It was formerly funded by the Office of Naval Research. One of the prime customers is DARPA, which is currently running experiments at the facilities there. So I'd like to start with you, Dr. Prabhakar. I understand that a lot of folks here on the committee probably don't understand what HAARP.
Senator Murkowski, as I think you know, one of our programs has been using the HAARP facility for the research that it's pursuing. And my understanding is that we did get value out of that interaction. The P in DARPA is projects, and we're not in the business of doing the same thing forever. So very naturally, as we conclude that work, we're going to move on to other topics. So it's not an ongoing need for DARPA, despite the fact that we had actually gotten some good value out of that infrastructure in the past.
Thank you, Senator. The Air Force has gotten great value out of HAARP in the past. We took over from the Navy and managed it, and actually did a number of experiment campaigns up there, and have finished our work that we're interested in doing up there. We've moving on to other ways of managing the ionosphere, which the HAARP was really designed to do, was to inject energy into the ionosphere, be able to actually control it. And but that work has been completed. The Air Force has maintained the site for other government agencies to use for several years now. And with DARPA completing their project, that's our last government customer that we have in the site. If there's not somebody who wants to take over the management and the funding of the site, then the Air Force has no future need, and that we do plan to do a dismantle of the system in the future after we make appropriate notifications.
So, as y'all can see, it's no secret that it actually does exist. All right, it exists, and like I tell you before, and I told you and the other stuff, they always give you the information as if it's there to help you. All right, that way you turn your head and say, okay, they out looking out for our best interest. So we don't need to worry about this. We don't need to worry about that. But they are actually using these as weapons against you. Like everything that you fund, everything that you pay taxes into, all of that stuff is being turned around and used for evil. All right, it's being used to deteriorate your health or used to attack you, whether it be mentally, physically, or spiritually. It's all part of their program, their agenda that they're running. So I want to play kind of what happened this weekend. We had I don't know where everybody's at, man, but some people are in those areas that were attacked. Basically, that's what it is an attack. Okay. I know for me, man, I grew up a good portion of my life. I was in Oklahoma. All right. I was in Oklahoma. And in Oklahoma, man, it's like there is a real tornado season is a real thing. It hits pretty bad in Oklahoma. You get a lot of tornadoes coming through, man. And you just assume, like I said, it's Mother Nature. That's what I thought when I was young. You know, I had no clue. And I don't know how long they've been doing this cloud seeding, this geoengineering. I have no clue. But I know that I've witnessed it firsthand, seeing it happen. I'm gonna play some little videos for you guys real quick. That something I recorded myself, and I was like, wow, that just looks really strange. All right, but it's the video I did before. Let me play this real quick. And this was around the time of the solar eclipse, man. I did this video. I want y'all to see this. This was in this. Yeah, I'm just checking in with you guys, man. I thought it was significant because you got the sun on one side, and then you got the moon on the other, right? But that was our solar eclipse that we just had recently, man. I told y'all I think they did something. I don't think it was actually a solar eclipse. I think they did something and gave us the impression that it was solar eclipse. And people was reporting that it was the sun was up or the moon was up. They still seen the other moon, the moon that I just showed y'all. They were saying they seen it while the solar eclipse was going on. So how is that, right? What is that? Was that the second sun? You know what I mean? Was that Nibiru? What was it? Something to think about. Okay. So as you can see, guys, when I was walking right there, the sun was behind me. All right, and then I did the other one. There, guys. So as you can see, I'm walking toward the sun right now, and I got the moon behind me. I don't see if I can see it. I don't see it now. Oh, there you go. You can see it right there, guys, at the top. The moon behind me, the sun on the other side. So this is like when the eclipse happened, y'all know this was still like this was still like this. Like it didn't change. The moon was still over there. The sun was still on the other side, and we had something going in front of it. This was what thousands of people were reporting, which was odds. Like, okay, y'all said we supposed to have the moon going in front of the sun, but that ain't what was happening. So it makes you wonder. Like we understand they play with the weather and everything, but what we don't necessarily understand is what are they doing as far as the sun, the moon, and things like that. Are they tampering with those things as well? Y'all can probably see it, man. The moon is behind me. Walk across the street. So yeah. I don't know, man. Like I told you, I think that whole solar eclipse thing was a psyop. I think it was. I think they might, and we have to shoot. We know they control the weather. We found out about that stuff late, right? We don't know what else they control. You know, the moon is potentially a what? Space station, right? They've been landing folks on the moon for a long time. So we've heard that from several different sources. They know all about the beings and stuff like that too. So there's no telling, but very well could be the case. So I just wanted to point that out, man. It might be a thing where they might be controlling these eclipses and stuff, or solar eclipses, just to kind of pull off some other agendas, like dropping a crap load of stuff on people, getting people sick, right? So, anywho, guys, just something to think about. Hey, guys, so, okay. So, I want y'all to see that, man, because some people are not even aware that you find the sun and the moon on opposite sides like that. And all of a sudden, we just had it smashed together, but we didn't because we had the sun and the moon still in the same positions that they were before. But if you weren't paying attention, you probably would have missed that. Now, I want y'all to see this, like, these tornadoes touched down, man, and like that very morning, I'm looking out the window, man. I seen them. I saw these clouds being seeded. I seen this just geoengineering stuff going on. Like I actually watched it, and I watched the aftermath of it, and it kind of showed you, like, yeah, something strange is happening here. Let me see. Here we go. So y'all can see, like, those are the chemtrails being sprayed. Look at or it could be the clouds, the geoengineered clouds being sprayed as well. But as you can see, they going straight up, and them things, the clouds are moving. Look at this line here. These just going straight up. Now, what's significant about this, man, I come back later and I show some of this video again, and these things have completely dispersed. Okay, they're still not moving. They just hanging out over that particular area. So I don't know if you guys remember, I did the video where I showed the twister, where they had put a whole bunch of somewhat similar devices to the nanotechnology. They put that in the twister, and they were able to read the twister and do all this, that, and the other. But what is not known is that they also able to control these clouds. That's why there's cloud seeding. They control these clouds. They put them where they want them to go. Next thing you know, and like I'm showing you in this video, these clouds ain't moving. You got those moving right there. And this stuff is just standing still. It's just moving around it. So what's causing the clouds to move is the question. Why are these clouds moving? And once these get placed, they're immobile. They're just sitting there, right? What is causing that? Let's take a look at the later pics. Y'all see the clouds moving down there? Look at that up there. They're moving. See how it's just moving along? And you got these things blasting right through. You got all that other stuff. How you got clouds going in different directions? Where they do that at? That's a good question, right? How you got clouds going in different directions? Like, now this is not, I'm right near where all these tornadoes and stuff took place, but I noticed that. Now, most people ain't gonna notice that because they don't have no clue about the HAARP or nothing. So some of this stuff, even the chems being sprayed, they don't know nothing about that. So for them, this is just hogwash. You know, it's foreign information. It doesn't have any relevance. But when you know what's going on, it has a lot of relevance. It has a whole lot of relevance. So let me see the pictures of the clouds. I did some pictures of it so you can see it as well. Let me see. This is one of the pictures that I took. You can see those. You see those white clouds below. These clouds are moving like normal. Those are moving like normal. They spray this stuff up, and this stuff just sits here, and then later it disperses. Let me show you where it dispersed at. Hold on, and how that look. You guys can make a, you know, you can decipher for yourself if that's normal or not. Let's see. Okay, I think this is the shot later. So this is later, guys. This is later on the same. This is the same view, probably like an hour later. All right, same view about an hour later. You can see those the chems or the cloud seeding that was put out was dispersed. Let's see. See, this is the same view, but later that day. All right. So you can see that those clouds are still moving. These up here are standing still. So you have to wonder, like, why would you have some clouds moving and other ones not moving? How does that even happen? Huh? How does that even happen? Right? Then what we end up with? Let me play the little piece here. Hold on. Let me play the piece here. Let's take a look at this. Boom. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold up. Let's see how I can go. This ain't it. Where's my download it? Hold on. And it's all of a sudden missing. I can't find it. Hold on. I got it. Hold on, guys. No, that ain't it. That would be only downloads. Where's my download at? Let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right, so we're gonna play this little video. I thought it was interesting. Scott broke this down real quick. Real quick for us.
I tried to get the free $5,800 spending.
The movie was filmed and
All right.
weather warfare. It seems as if this is what we are under. This is Truth Seeker here with another episode of the Truth Zone. Please like the video, comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. But it seems as if we are under weather warfare. These tornadoes are happening at a rapid pace in multiple different locations in the United States of America, and they are calling it a tornado outbreak. The first clip was from Iowa. This clip right here is from Texas, and some of this tornado activity doesn't even look real. Some of these tornadoes look like CGI. It looks like something straight out of a movie, like the movie Twister, for instance. It's just absolutely crazy times that we are living in and the things that are happening. And this is Nebraska. Look at this tornado. Does that look real to you? These are crazy events happening all over the United States. And one has to wonder if there's something else more going on to spawn all of these tornadoes, because they have already admitted to things such as cloud seeding, among other things, and they do spray the sky above us. So, is there foul play involved? Who really knows? And read this headline right here. Rare spate of tornadoes leave at least 2 dead in central United States.
Good evening. A weekend of already devastating weather may be about to get even worse. Residents in the Midwest bracing for a brutal second round after a massive tornado outbreak on Friday. Take a look at this video. A tornado tearing across a highway in Lincoln, Nebraska. And just as terrifying as seeing it, hearing it. Tornadoes tore through parts of Iowa and Nebraska, leaving massive damage in their wake. This is the view from above. Much of the neighborhood, Omaha, totally level. And from the ground, you can see just how powerful they were. Only foundations stand where entire houses were just hours ago. All in all, as many as 8 possible tornadoes touched down on Friday. And the next wave has already begun. This is a twister on the ground in Oklahoma late today. It's forecast fear there may be even more tonight. We are covering it all tonight. And we begin. Jesse Kerr in Hard-Hit Iowa.
Violent twisters shooting debris into the sky. In all, dozens of tornado reports across multiple states since Friday. And tonight, one area after another has been reduced to rubble.
I don't know where we go from here.
In Iowa, the city of Minden was gutted.
The house is gone, foundation, the only thing left.
From the air, you can see block after block of devastation.
Here in Minden, officials say this ravaged home is in the middle of a street. It's supposed to be yards away on this foundation, and you can see it is partly the only building badly damaged.
About 180 homes were impacted. About 40% are probably destroyed.
Eric Johnson lost part of his business.
All the rest of this stuff can be rebuilt. I mean, you can't get a life back.
The city's mayor says it's been decades since they saw damage like this.
1976.
What
What, yeah.
That was the last time.
Neighboring Nebraska also hit hard.
Oh, somebody got hit.
This twister tearing across an interstate Friday with drivers still on the road. This semi flipped on its side. About 70 people were inside this building when officials say a tornado hit. The structure collapsed, but everyone was evacuated. And in Elkhorn, Nebraska, in this neighborhood, homes wiped off the map. This bedroom now open air with a mattress and dresser still there. Only one wall remains in this room. Items still sit on the shelves inside. Volunteers already stepping in to rebuild.
We will come together. This is what we do here.
The devastation stretching all the way south to Texas.
When I drove up, my stomach went down. And now I know how other people feel. And I feel bad for them too.
And back here in Minden, Iowa, clearly still a good amount of cleanup to be done. But this is one of the already hard-hit areas that is back in the threat zone for more potential severe weather tonight. Jose?
Regardless if this is natural or not, prayers go out to all of the people affected by this. It's sad to see all of these lives affected by all of this destruction and chaos. And what's crazy is there is a sequel to Twister called Twisters coming out this year. So it makes you wonder, is this a form of predictive programming? Now, again, I know tornadoes do happen. And I know it's tornado season, quote unquote, but one has to wonder if there's something else at play here. Who really knows? I really would not put anything past these people because maybe they are going to try to do a new you know what and use this as an excuse. I can't really say what I want to say on this platform, unfortunately, but I'm sure that you can put the puzzle pieces together on what I'm referring to. They can say, oh, it's getting too crazy with all of this weather and stuff. Time to do another you know what. Who really knows? Nothing would surprise me with these people because they are constantly doing things to mess with the weather. And yes, God has the final say, but people are evil. Man is evil. And they are constantly trying to play God. And read this right here. The Oklahoma governor said that he has never seen this type of damage. He says, it's definitely the most damage since I've been governor that I've seen. So, again, prayers go out to all of these people affected by this.
I want to just interject real quick, guys. Something I wanted to say as it pertains to this. Like, you got to think about this, and I put a piece before, man, where I showed the little piece from Toy Story where the little claw in the machine was pulling Woody out, and then the little dolls that was in the machine, they was at Pizza Planet, I think it was. They were like, they was pulling Buzz out, and Woody grabbed his leg and was trying to pull him back in, and they started beating up on Woody, grabbing him, like, let him, he must go, he's been chosen. Like, people assume, like most people assume that whenever some kind of weather, anything happens with the weather or any type of natural disasters, they assume that it's God that's doing this. They assume it's God, and so they turn a blind eye and they act like, oh, God did this. It was for a reason. God chose this to happen here, this, that, and the other. And they write it off as it was God's will because this is the world you in. And so if something happens in this world, God must have had something to do with it. God must have did it. Okay, this is kind of the thinking for most people. So when that stuff happens, they can't identify that, no, that could be something that Satan did. This could be something that should not have happened. Your family member or loved one died in a disaster that shouldn't even occur, right? But what you wrote off, it was their time. God said it was time for them to go. That's what people say when anything happens. So you think about that. And this goes back into that free will thing. People like, some people believe that everything, like your death date is already set. All right, your death date is set, and God knows what you gonna do before you do it, because God knows all things. God knows that, God already set your path. And I tell people, like, that would totally eliminate free will. If everybody's path was already set, meaning your death, whether it be tornado, whether it be car accident or whatever, then the point of you making choices throughout your lifetime is totally irrelevant and meaningless. Everybody has the option to choose what they're going to do day in and day out. All right, you have the option to turn a blind eye to things that occur. You have an option to be misled, to not listen to people that are trying to warn you about stuff. Some people listen. Some people wholeheartedly believe that taking the walk and everything was going to be a good move for them. Some people believe that. Some people heard otherwise and they listened. Some people might have listened to their higher self. But point being is that God is not the one that's controlling it. People can say, you can say what you want. God is over all things. God allows things to happen at the end of the day. All right. And God doesn't necessarily he doesn't pick what's going to happen all the time. If that was the case, there would be no point of having evil, because that means that God would be a part of that evil, because he's allowing it to happen and he's doing it, right? And if you believe that God actually has your best interest, then you would know that he's trying to create a better path for you. But there's always going to be some kind of outside distractions or influences that's going to try to derail you. And that goes hand in hand with even these disasters. So if you get caught up in a disaster, right, in one of these tornadoes or something, is it God's will that you leave that day, that you die? And God knew this tornado was going to happen, right? But he put you right in the path so that you could be hit by this tornado, right? But the devil is the one who decided, because these people work up under them, right? And they are creating these disasters to kill people. All right. Now, we could look at that from another angle. If you are connected to your higher self, like you're talking about, spiritually connected, then you will avoid different situations like that. You will maybe avoid a tornado some kind of way. Your higher self, which is the God within you, would help you to be in the right place at the right time and avoid things like this from even occurring. Okay. That's one way you could look at it, right? But that still doesn't dismiss the fact that when these type of disasters happen, people immediately identified as God's work, right? But we understand that who is trying to block out the sun? Is God the one that's seating the clouds? No, he's not doing none of that. All right. So if anything happens, and that's why I showed you the video, like I saw them throwing these geoengineering clouds out, right? And then all of a sudden we had these tornadoes hitting everywhere. Is it a significance to that? How many people were victims of this weather warfare that we're facing? You see what I mean? Like, for all my life, until I learned about the HAARP, I thought just like these other people, hey, God made that tornado. God made that hurricane. He made it so he could, and he knocked down them buildings. God wanted them buildings to be knocked down. That's my mind frame. Oh, them people just died in a car accident. God wanted them to die in that car accident. You see what I mean? Like, everything was like, oh, God said, God did this, that, and the other. Okay. Somebody died in some horrendous crime, a murder, a passion. Oh, God wanted them to die. They must have received karma. It's like everybody always has some kind of excuse for why something happened, and they implement it as God's work. God did it. If you blame everything and say God did everything, then what point does the devil have in all of this? What is his, what is his angle? Right? But we see that he is behind all of these different attacks on us as a human race. He's attacking you for far as this medicine. He's attacking people far as the weather. They putting stuff in the air. See, you see what I mean? And people are dying behind this. So how do you assess what's happening if they're doing stuff to everything that we we consume. They're doing stuff to the air we breathe. They're doing stuff to the weather. And we have people that are falling victim to this, right? And it has nothing. It's not God that's doing it. This is the devil's work, and it's affecting people, right? So is it God's will when you look at it for these people to be affected like this? Is it because, or are they being affected because they're not spiritually connected? Do they have no discernment? Okay, are they not being guided by their higher self in order to avoid this stuff because they've been disconnected spiritually and they never knew it existed, so they never knew they had a higher self that would protect them or help them to avoid stuff anyway? You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why they wanted to make sure that people could not connect and understand, right? That way, think about it. If you have a certain level of spiritual discernment, then obviously chances are you will live longer, because bad things that would essentially happen, you would be able to avoid it, right? You'd be able to avoid a lot of bad things that would happen, which would increase your lifespan and your life expectancy. You know, you would be able to discern, hey, I don't think I need to take that particular medicine. I don't think I need to go in that hospital, this, that, and other. But as long as you're not spiritually connected like you need to be, in order to have this discernment, we talk about intuition, we talk about psychic ability, these things that you're supposed to have access to, granted to you by God himself. If those things have been tuned off or tuned down to where it's at a level that you can be manipulated, influenced, and controlled, then you can be taken out. At least your physical being can be taken out and your spiritual can be affected to where you're not able to have access to the tools and the gifts that God ordained you to have, if that makes sense. All right. So we look at this stuff, and like I was telling y'all when I was talking about my buddy, and he don't believe it, you know, Eminem is nothing happened to Eminem, and no, they don't have this technology. They don't do that stuff yet, and they already had it. So we start talking about the weather and what's going on today with the tornadoes and stuff. It's like some of these people, they don't got no way to control the weather. Ain't nothing going on with the weather. Well, actually it is some stuff going on with the weather, and they're directing it, they placing it, and then you see like they shoot this stuff out in the sky, then it disperses, it travels around, or whether it develops right there in that area, it later is potentially turning into these tornadoes. Okay, you gotta think, if they able to control the weather and do stuff, why are they not controlling the weather to block tornadoes and things? Have you ever thought about that? We know that they doing stuff to mess with the weather, but just like they were supposed to do stuff to fix people or help people with cancer, that's what the nanotechnology was initially supposed to be for. It's supposed to go in and deliver medication to fight against cancer. But it does the opposite. They go in and they deliver viruses and stuff that cause cancer. It's the opposite. So just like that, they're utilizing the weather, the stuff that they supposed to be. Like I said, the Navy had it, the Air Force had it, and we having all these problems with weather, and they're not taking no responsibility for it, and they're not using it for good. Okay, so you have all these things going on, and nobody's pointing out that, hey, why don't we use this weather thing that y'all put together? Why don't we use that to try to manipulate this weather and block this stuff from happening? But that would not be in their best interest. Okay, that would be in our best interest, and our best interest is not something that they care for. Let me finish playing this video real quick.
This stuff is crazy. Weather can definitely be scary. And make no mistake about it, they can mess with the weather. They have the technology to mess with things. So who really knows what is going on? Maybe this is all just normal. Maybe this is all just nature. Maybe this is a sign of the end times. Obviously, we are in the end times. We are in the end days. But this stuff right here is just scary and crazy. And seeing all of these people affected by this, it really just makes you wonder what is really going on. All of this damage, all of this destruction. Here's a destruction from Oklahoma. This is just sad to see. And again, does some of those tornadoes look normal to you? I know that nature, as I already stated, can be scary, but does some of those tornadoes look normal to you? Or does it look like it was man-made? Who really knows? Because these people are constantly doing things to mess with the weather, to mess with the food, to mess with everything. Why? Because these people want total control. They want total power, and they will stop at nothing to obtain total control and total power. Even if that means taking a lot of people down with them. Even if that means eliminating a lot of people. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want anyways. They want to eliminate a lot of people. And what better way to do that than to mess with the weather to cause these super tornadoes, these super storms to take out a lot of people. This could all be natural. Or maybe, just maybe, they are doing things to mess with the weather. They are playing with their HAARP machine to mess with the weather. But it really does seem like things are ramping up more and more and more in the year of 2024. It seems as if things are getting more and more crazy by the day. It seems as if things are getting more and more scary by the day. And make no mistake about it, these people want to destroy everything around them. And speaking of Twisters, the sequel to Twister, was filmed in another Oklahoma town. And then this crazy tornadic activity happened in Oklahoma. That was one of the places that this tornadic activity just happened. Very interesting timing, if I do say so myself. And again, I'm not saying that the movie Twister or Twisters is tied to this tornadic outbreak going on currently. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying the timing of the new movie Twisters coming out and all of this tornadic activity is just something to see. Could it be a form of predictive programming? And the original Twister movie was filmed in an Oklahoma town way back in the day, back in 1996. Again, I'm not saying this is connected to the tornado activity because tornado activity does happen. Weather does happen. I know this. But do they mess with the weather? Yes, they do. Are they doing things behind the scenes to mess with everything else, the food and everything else? Yes, they do. So I would not put anything past these people because these people are truly evil. These people are mad men. So who really knows what is going on? But it's best to stay prayed up and trust in God Almighty. As always, I thank you for watching another edition of the Truth Zone. And again, prayers go out to all of these people affected. God bless each and every one of you. And this is your host, Truth Seeker, signing out.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded.
All right, guys. So, anyhow, what our guy was pointing out, Truth Seeker man, was saying how these weather manipulations seem very odd, that some of the stuff is occurring. And one has to assume that it's a good possibility that they're trying to accomplish something with this attack that they're having. And it could be a thing where they always do this and they use it as part of their DEPOP program. You know, we have to look at all the different stuff that they implement to bring about the DEPOP. And the weather is very well much a part of that, from the floods. Remember, we talked so much about the mud floods and stuff, and how they utilize the mud floods. We don't know when they started doing mud floods. We don't know how far back that approach, you know, to DEPOP has gone. We don't know that. We don't know how much of the tornadoes that we see that are being thrown about the world, the country. We don't know how much of that is being utilized to actually bring about our demise. You know, we understand that everything. That's why I say everything that we know has been a lie. They've hidden all this information. They're utilizing all this stuff against us. And we still are finding out things as we go. You know, like every other year you find out something else they doing that they've been doing to us, right? From radioactive brain waves and, you know, microwave waves and EMF and, you know, radiation and whatever they give us, man, we find out that they're utilizing it against us. And far as what we're learning is that the weather is no different. The weather, look at everything they putting in the sky is put out there to hurt us, man. Put out there to hurt us. In fact, I want to play this other video from a guy. I thought it was interesting. I'm not trying to get in trouble. I'm so not trying to get in trouble with some of the stuff I'm playing. But it's relevant. Like we need to be cognizant of this stuff. And therefore I am going to play it regardless. Let me see. Here we go. I might just not keep it up too long. I might do that, guys. I think that might be the right thing to do. So let's play it.
My name is Dr. Tapper. I'm in private practice in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't wear a mask. I see over 200 patients a week. I come in close proximity with every patient that I come across. Why haven't I contracted this so-called disease? Americans make up 5% of the world population, but yet we take in 65 to 70% of the world's pharmaceutical drugs. We are one of 2 countries that allows pharmaceutical advertisements on the television. But yet 80% of Americans are suffering with a chronic disease associated with poor lifestyle choices. 700,000 people will die of heart disease this year alone. Doctor,
please bring yourself in order.
600,000 people will die of cancer. 300,000 people will die of obesity this year. When is enough enough? If this is truly about health, then mandate healthy living, exercise, good food choices, chiropractic, outlaw tobacco and cigarettes, processed sugars. I believe it was Thomas Jefferson who stated, if people let the government decide what foods they eat and what medicines they take, their bodies will soon be in a sorry state as those souls who live under tyranny. You see, God made your body self-healing, self-regulating. If you give the body what it needs, it can be healthy. It is like the wilted plant that sits under the sun. An allopathic model to that is to shield the sun, to protect that plant against the sun, cut off its leaves, medicate or vaccinate that plant. But an epigenetic approach, a wellness approach, is to give that plant water, and it can be well. You see, your body is no different. We must eat well, move well, think well, and we can be well. In other words, your level of health is the genetic expression of your lifestyle choices. And I know full well that your body's ability to heal itself, to overcome disease and circumstances like corona, is far greater than anyone has ever permitted you to believe. Benjamin Rush, a signer of the Declaration of Independence, stated, unless we put medical freedom into the Constitution, a time will come when medicine will organize into an undercover dictatorship to restrict the art of healing to one class of men and deny equal privileges to others. That time is now. These masks have absolutely nothing to do with health, but everything to do with the complying with a false flag, tyrannical agenda. If we sacrifice our precious freedoms for temporary security, we will lose both. If you can't comprehend that statement, if you are blind to this agenda, then I am sorry. You have the eyesight of an eagle, but the vision of a clam.
You know, I've been hearing rumors about those black microfibers that are kind of worm-like that move inside of those N95 masks or whatever. Sure enough, there are black microfibers on here. As you can see, here it is moving.
Harmful parasites, along with the secret technology, has created a toxic environment in our bodies. These harmful particles, parasites, toxins and poisons exist in the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, and the medicines we take. Detoxifying the body is critical to long-term health and is a necessity for optimal brain and organ function. To address these growing health concerns with yourself and others, visit detoxificationbypurification.com, where we specialize in treating the harmful effects caused by the integration of these harmful substances in the body by providing products that destroys the foreign organisms and disables the foreign technology meant to control you.
Sure enough, there are black microfibers on here, as you can see. Here it is moving right now. See that? It's moving.
Okay, guys. So that doctor was talking about is the ongoing pandemic that we have, far as our health, as a nation, as a country, as a world, as a human race, and the stuff that they're doing on a regular basis to affect us. That it's not being discussed, and furthermore, is rather being swept under the rug, and that's intentional. So it's not by accident. It's not a coincidence that you don't hear about what's going on out here. The weather is just another part of that. This is weather warfare. I'm talking about biological warfare, psychological warfare, spiritual warfare. Like, hey, we dealing with war on all fronts. And like I said, if you don't know, you don't know. I just told you, like my buddy, he don't know that they even do cloning and stuff. Some people don't know that. Some people don't have any clue about the HAARP machine. They don't know nothing about it. So if you don't know they got this and this going on, you don't know that this is these same people that didn't know that they had did stuff to the walk too. They didn't know that, because everything to them is a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. So what happens when somebody's really out to do something or conspiring against you? What about if they really are? But you've been so used to the condition to think, oh, everything's a conspiracy theory. It's not really, nothing is really going on. Then it's easy for you to fall victim to any one of these tactics, any one of these methods that they implement, and then, like I said, we go into like people like, oh, well, God meant for them to go. Well, if somebody got a tornado thrown at their ass, did God mean for them to go? Or were they a victim because they weren't spiritually connected, so they didn't get any indication from their higher self on where to be, right? This goes back to the still same thing. These beings, these evildoers, they have disconnected you from your higher self so that you can be manipulated, controlled, and also DEPOP'd. They made it possible by making sure that you weren't able to have that intuition, to have that ability to figure out what the heck is going on. All right. And that's why so many people walked right into their fate when this stuff kicked off. So either way, man, I wanted to touch base on that because, like I said, happened to been in Memphis, and I had just traveled across the state line and went into Missouri and was able to see that there was tornadoes and stuff touching right after I noticed this cloud seeding going on. I'm like, wow, they dropping these clouds and things, and next thing you know, boom, we got these widespread tornadoes popping off everywhere, right? Everybody, oh God, this Mother Nature doing her thing, and oh God must have said he wanted a tornado to hit right there. I mean, how many folks actually believe that when a tornado or something hit, that this is God's work? Like God wanted a tornado to go through that area and whip that land like that, or whip that area. How many people believe that, man? And when you start looking at it, like, why would God want to throw a tornado down somewhere? What is God getting out of throwing a tornado down on some people, or in just a regular plot of land somewhere? Like, what purpose does it serve? You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. But y'all remember in Maui, I showed that piece from Maui where we were talking about how they wanted that land, and so they tore up all them people's houses. Then who came in? Oprah came in and bought up all this land. She had bought land all around there, but she couldn't buy land in the specific area where these houses were, these so-called houses where people didn't want to move. So next thing you know, they got hit with this weather or these direct energy weapons, and they had all the houses that weren't supposed to be hit was like marked with like blue or something, man. I played the piece. Y'all probably don't remember it. Cosmic Love said, what I do in Missouri. What'd you do in Missouri? That's a better question. Why are you asking me that? You should be knowing for yourself what you did in Missouri. So anyway, guys, the weather machine, man, is a real thing that they utilize, and it's no different. I don't know if it's an agenda behind it right now, what they're trying to accomplish, but you got to think, if they want to kind of cover up some of the stuff, the damage that's been done as far as the walk, they can just throw some tornadoes around and start taking people out that way. They can always do that as well. Cover up stuff. They can destroy certain buildings and things like they did in Maui, so that they can cover up stuff that they're doing, some of these crimes against humanity. They're going to use their weapons to bring about, you know, the changes and stuff that they want to push their agendas, right? And like I tell y'all all the time, man, and I hate to refer to my buddy all the time, man, but he's an easy target because he's one of the people that has been brainwashed. And he don't know what's going on. He can't figure it out. But the reason is because he's been drugged. All right, and I tell y'all that too. Approach your people like y'all have family members, loved ones, man, that they've been drugged. You have to understand that they have been drugged. Okay, they have been mind manipulated. All right, and if folks have taken a walk, they even worse off at this point. You know, I tell you guys also, if you took the pop quizzes, you know what I'm talking about when I say the pop quizzes. All right, and if you wore the mask, you need to get the mind altering technology out of your system, because you don't know what the heck is going on with you. You don't know what it's doing to you. You don't know what it's going to do in the next couple of years to you. And that's why that's why I advise people early on, like when we first became aware that they were putting things in those different pieces of medical equipment that they were pushing out, the masks and the pop quizzes, that you need to hurry up and get out your system as soon as possible, because we don't know what kind of effect it was going to have. We don't know if those had the specific parasites and things on them that would ultimately get to your brain and cause the dementias and things either. We didn't know, but now we know that they did put some stuff in people. Okay. We also know there's a lot of people that's already controlled. I told you that they put stuff in there, in both of them, that would give them control over you. All right. Make no mistake about it. It would give them control over you. Get that stuff out if you haven't already. All right. Now, as far as, like I said, my buddy, he has no clue about any of this stuff that's going on. He can't understand. He can't fathom it. He can't process it. He can't absorb the information, which is why he was an easy target, an easy victim in the middle of all this crap that happened as well. So in order to avoid yourself being one of these victims or having some of this stuff that they throwing around now, as far as in the sky and stuff, because said they throwing out that wild virus, which is coming in the form of the avian flu. You want to make sure that you don't have any type of health deteriorating parasites that are allowing you to be easily sickened or easily catch anything. And you also don't want to have that, if you did take the walk, you don't want to have any other virus that you acquire, which they're putting in the food. I told y'all that. And that's why you got the avian flu. They like, oh, they find it in the meat and everything. So you go back to my video with Dr. Robert Kennedy was talking about how once you combine those two viruses, that it was going to have that deadly effect. That's why they can go and claim that avian is going to be 100% times worse than the CV. It's that simple, guys. So said, let's see, said hi Net from Wayne from UK. What's up, Wayne? We're looking back at some of your videos, and P files is deep, unbearable. There's people definitely are not human. Those people are definitely not human. Yeah, P files was one of the first videos that they ran me off of. Guys, if you don't know, they ran me off of YouTube behind P files. A lot of people don't know that, but yes, I got ran off of YouTube behind that video P files. It's in Rumble, man, and it really shows you the sickening things that these folks do. It ties into like that video I played earlier with them talking about Hillary and Tom Hanks being executed and stuff, behind the crap that they were doing, this type of stuff. Goes hand in hand with what we talked about as far as Trump and stuff, and the different Trumps that exist. Goes back to the cloning piece. Like they cloning Hillary. They got several of Trump. They got different body doubles and clones of Biden. So you got all this, and it's being utilized for whoever is trying to accomplish something. Like far as Trump, they're gonna put stuff out and they're gonna deceive people with the Trumps that they use. Okay. They're gonna deceive people with the Biden. They're gonna deceive you however they can. So, and that's why a lot of people be on my channel and they be like, man, Trump is this, Trump that. Guys, miss me with that. Okay. If you still talking about what Trump is doing, then you have not established what is really going on out here. You still don't even understand that they are cloning and using body doubles and things. You don't even understand that. And you on here talking to me on my channel about this stuff like you know what's going on, and you being deceived just based off of appearances. That's the easiest deception. So you got to be able to look at this whole picture and see, dang, if they used this person for that, why wouldn't they use him for this? Or why wouldn't they switch this person and try to throw a message out there to deceive people? You got to understand how this world operates. And then, like I said, it just didn't start today. I think I had the guy George Green. I had a video of George Green, which I think they scrubbed the internet of George Green, but he was blowing the whistle. He was rolling with the elite. He was with the politicians. He was dealing with a lot of them folks, man. He had a lot of personal information, man, as it pertains to a lot of these folks, man, that we know of. He had a lot of information as it pertains to them. And he was spilling it out, man, because he said he got away from it. He didn't like it because they were trying to, like, get his daughter. Like, they were trying to do some stuff to her. You know, he's like, yo, we ain't with this right here. You know, it was cool when y'all was talking about, you know, taking over the world and getting paid. But now y'all talking about you want my daughter. No, we ain't doing that. So that's what y'all have to understand, man, is that it's a lot more going on. When you look at it, you open up your mind to the stuff that they try to lead you to believe is fictional. You open up your mind to that and start really looking at it, and everything starts to make sense. Okay, you can kind of put two and two together and start getting a real picture of what's going on out here. But like I said, for some people, unfortunately, it's already too late. You know, I'm here. I am talking to my buddy about the cloning aspect. And he like, ain't nobody, they ain't do that. You really believe that they can clone somebody? They cloned, what was that, Dolly the sheep? That was like back in the 60s or something. Here we are, 2020 or something, almost 2030. And folks don't believe that they clone people. They could clone a sheep back then, and they really was cloning people before that in the 40s. But if you haven't even grasped that part, how can I talk to you about the weather and things like that? You don't know they have a weather machine, right? Not just that you didn't know, and this is probably one of the worst parts about it, didn't know that they was doing nefarious things to the medicine. This is how he got caught in it, right? Fell victim to that. So for me, man, it makes sense. I can see clearly what's happening out here. Some of y'all can see what's going on, but most people, man, you got to understand, have been affected by the drugs that they put out there. They've been affected by the weather. They've been affected by the water, the air. They've been affected by all things, and that's what it's intended to do. And that's how they get by with the stuff they doing, because they make you stupid enough to accept anything that you see. Just like 9/11. Make you stupid enough to look at it and think, well, that's crazy. Wow, they just flew a plane right in the building, right? Not looking at the destruction that was happening below the plane after it didn't hit. It's already some explosions going off. Not looking at building 7, not looking at all this stuff. You just looking at what they want you to see. They put it on the TV, make sure they got the right angles to make you believe it, and then they run with it. And that's how they pretty much do everything. So I wonder if the flu 5 years back had anything bad in it. That's the only one I got. Is that Scanner? I think Scanner D. Scanner D, I did a piece on that, the flu 5 years back. I mean, I can't say specifically for where you got it or what was going on, but yes, I do know from my research and the information I've already put out there that they directly put stuff in that particular flu walk at that time. Yeah, they did. Timothy Jarrell Cunningham was the one who blew the whistle. That was 2017 and 18 that they had did something to that particular flu shot. So they did something to that particular flu shot or whatnot, man, and then he ended up dead for telling and blowing the whistle on it, talking about they was putting that out everywhere. So I don't know what time you got it, but that goes hand in hand with that other video that I was playing where the guy, dang, what was that guy's name? I can't think of now. Where he was talking about how they, if we saw an uptick in flu stuff in 2017, 2018, then we know that they was running with the DEPOP. Y'all remember that video I played? I don't know if I can play it on here. I might play a little piece, man. So scanner D, so you kind of know what I'm talking about. I might play a little piece from that, and that'll kind of give you an idea. Because he specifically said 2017, 18, and that's the same time Timothy Jarrell found out that they were putting some crap in that particular shot. Real, right? Oddly enough, right? So let me see though if I can play it for you. I'm not gonna play Timothy Jarrell Cunningham's part. I'm just gonna play the little video. It was the guy who was talking about the man in black and stuff. Hold up. Got so many videos, man. I have to go through it. Here we go. Joseph Spencer. I'll play a little bit of this.
My name is Joseph Spencer.
Here we go.
First, my mind had to be erased.
Turn this down.
I was injected with various forms of.
Hold up. Here we go.
5% of the population. Solutions were discovered, investigated, tested, then created, and have been in full force since. The procedures have been inflicted onto the human race are as follows. 1. Toxic levels of chemically enhanced fluoride have been secretly added to our drinking water over the last 20 years.
Okay, and let me go to...
Which was a designer byproduct of the American Disease Institute, was distributed through vaccines to the public in 1980. Instituted as a preliminary population control tactic, the results were successful and led to more lab-produced viruses that have since been unleashed onto the public. Among those is the development of a mutated version of the common flu to replicate the 1918 influenza pandemic that killed 40 million people. The first strain of this new flu virus will be released to the public in late 2017. So if we see a flu outbreak in the late 2017 or early 2018 that's killing people, we'll know this is true. All right. 3, killing us from the air with neurotoxins, barium chloride, cancer microbes, and viruses by way of chemtrails, released into the skies daily over all inhabited regions by military aircrafts. The effects of these toxins are severe and over time lethal, causing respiratory ailments, cancer, damage to the immune systems, and sterilization in men.
So I just wanted to play that piece because Scanner D asked me about it. And I want you to know, just, and this is, make no mistake, most people did not know that. Like this video is not like, it hadn't, I don't think more than maybe a couple 100,000 at best probably seen this video. Real talk. So most people did not know that they put something in that at that time. Notice he specifically said 2017, 2018. And then you asked about it. And it's another piece. Let me see if I can.
Since the chemtrail plan was implemented.
I want to see the other party said.
For every 20 Skyview.
Hold on, let me see, guys.
World government.
He asked about. Yeah, I might not be able to find that piece. But he said, so if we see a flu outbreak in about 2017, 2018, then we'll know that he wasn't lying Well, what happened was it popped off 2019, but they changed it. You see what I'm saying? They changed it. Like we a year, like the dates ain't absolutely correct. All right, but we're a year removed from that point where they actually planned to do it, and it ended up dropping in like 2000. It was the stuff started taking off 2018, 19. Right? He was like, well, 2017, in the 2017 going to 2018, then we know he wasn't lying. So it was a year later. All right, so he's off by about a year, but it still went down. So either way, man, and that's the thing. Like, I wanted to tell y'all too. So I'm gonna have an interview. I got an interview. I was telling y'all earlier, and I don't know how I totally got off track. With it. But I'm gonna have Dr. Rima Labo come on. We're gonna do an interview with her in probably the next week or two. Give me about a week or two, man. I got some other stuff going on, so I'm gonna try and get her in soon as possible. But if y'all remember Dr. Rima Labo, she was the one who said she was fleeing the country because they was about to do all this stuff. So she had the inside word on it. She talked to this whoever. I don't know who she was. I might ask her about it when we get her on the live interview. But she was saying that she was telling her that they were about to get rid of all the useless eaters. That means you and me. You are considered a useless eater if you didn't know that. You are a useless eater. Okay? You consuming all of their natural resources, like they indicated. And that's a piece that Dr. Rima Labo was able to deliver to the world. A lot, whoever was there to listen at the time, back when that Jesse Ventura show aired in 2009, only to 10 years later, guys, they did that stuff. She left, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, they was hitting everybody with that crap. Like, man, I've showed y'all so much, man, as it pertains to that. I showed you Timothy Jarrell, how he stumbled across what they was doing. You know, I showed you the connection between Kobe Bryant and how they already created the virus and also the walk for it back in 2003. At the same time, they gave Kobe the mass contract and his logo and stuff that was put together, and that he got that crown tattoo and he got that Nike deal. All of that was put together at the same time, and it was set so that he would die and take the fall at the same time and be the silent alarm. I showed you guys that. If you don't know it, you have to go back and watch my videos. Kobe got the big contract. The elite jammed him up, made him take the money, take the deal, right? He got the snake tattoo or the snake logo, and he got the crown tattoo, the Corona tattoo. Y'all ain't know about that. And then later he was buried in Corona Del Mar, California, coincidentally enough. And he died right 3 days before the virus hit the States. It's not a coincidence, guys. Not a coincidence. He was part of the elite, just like LeBron James is part of the elite. And I had something I wanted to show y'all so y'all can understand this stuff. Man, I hope I can find it real quick. Dang. Hold up. I think I can. I just wanted to show y'all this real quick. So it's all put together, man. And when you know, you know. I saw somebody post that today too. They said, when you know, you know. When you don't know, you don't know. And what you don't know can kill you. All right? People say what you don't know can't hurt you. No, it can kill you. Literally can kill you. So let me see here. Here we go. I'm gonna play this little piece. Not play it, but I'm gonna show y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So here you go. You see this, man. This is the type of stuff y'all have to understand. This is LeBron James, man. That's LeBron James. You see the tattoo on him? Y'all remember George Floyd as well. This is the Boule. Who I don't know how many people know about the Boule, but it's like the black Freemasons. They're tied directly up under the elite. Same thing, man. Same thing. But this is the little black secret society that are up under them. Okay. I told you when Kobe died and everything, LeBron James passed him with the 33,000 points. Number 33 is the significance with that. The 13s with Kobe being drafted 13th overall, being drafted to the 76ers, then being he was born in Philly. Philadelphia 76ers, the 13th. The last team he played against when he passed LeBron James was the Philadelphia 76ers. The 13th was live there too. He wore that 33 number in high school. These elites, a lot of times, guys, they had these plans set up for them long before they even get to this point of their life, right? Long before. So you just see the aftermath a lot of times of what happened. So I just wanted y'all to see that so you can understand why LeBron is LeBron. Like, you better believe that boy juicing too. If you ain't know, guys, if you know what I mean by juicing, that boy juicing, right? He about 40 something and he ain't lost a step. You don't think they know what he doing? Please. So I wanted y'all to see that, man, so y'all can understand the connections there. Yeah, let me put this up on here too so y'all can see that. But all of this ties in, man. He know exactly what's going on. He's being used as a puppet, just like Kobe was. All right. So when Kobe died, they got their new mule. He's the new mule that they want to use, okay, for influence purposes, right? So y'all see that. I understand kind of what's going on. And believe it, these folks are the ones that are in control of your weather as well. Order out of chaos, right? They tear up your town and then they create some kind of order behind that, right? So anywho, guys, I think we've been on here long enough. We've done 2 hours. 2 hours. If you didn't catch the whole video, I might leave it up on YouTube for a little while, man, but I'm gonna have to move it. I'm gonna end up having to move it to just Rumble more than likely, because I think we did talk about some stuff that cannot be on the YouTube too long. I'm gonna go over it, man, take a look and see what all I said. I never know. But when you talk about the weather machine, I know they don't like that. I do know they don't like that. So yeah, we definitely don't want to rattle the cage too much. Otherwise, man, I will have it on Rumble. So those that would like, they can catch it on there. Other than that, man, like I said, we are doing that Gimme 2 special. So the Gimme 2 is the code if you're looking to get a detox bundle for you and your spouse, you and your kid, you and your loved one, whoever. But we are doing 2 for the price of 1. That means you get 2 bundles for the price of 1. So that's like a $250, $300 value that you're getting in savings as far as the bundle package. If you're doing the Flex 4, same thing. You got the Flex 4, or you can do the Ultimate Bundle, or you can do the Triple Threat. So either one of those, man, will help you get your system cleaned up, get the parasites out of your system, get your pineal gland decalcified, start working on that so you can get your spiritual discernment and everything back. But also just cleaning these toxics and poisons. If you haven't done no cleanse, guys, since you took the I'm not just saying took the walk, but for those that wore the mask, okay, if you did the pop quiz, all right, you need to address those issues of the stuff that they put in you. Okay, some of you might have noticed little subtle effects in your body, whether you have headaches, whether your pH balance is off, whether your cycles change for women, whether you've been tired, whether you've been exhausted, whether you've had more different crazy thoughts in your head than you normally do, whether your attitude has changed, your personality, whether you're doing things that you're not likely, your whole character is just a little off. This is because of the stuff that they put in. All right. Even your learning and processing the information, all affected, cognitive learning, everything. This all was part of the plan. If you have not did anything since they introduced all that stuff into your body, then you need to make some kind of strides in the right direction and getting that stuff out. Okay. At least once or twice a year, you should be cleansing your body anyway of all these parasites that they put in that are going to bring about your demise at some point as well. So that bundle special will run through May. That's the summer's kickoff special that we're gonna be running, man. Not half off, but buy one get one free for the Super Bundle, Ultimate Bundle, Flex 4, and the Triple Threat. So check that out, guys. Other than that, man, I'm probably going to I'm gonna try to drop a regular video for you guys this week because I've been doing all these lives. I know people have been a lot of people like the lives. Some people miss the other videos, man. I get it. You want both best of both worlds. But I try to do what I can, man. I've been kind of busy myself lately, but I will make a point to try to get a regular video up where I can kind of display a little more of the information, man, and flow a little more smoother. I do like the lives right now. It's been working for me. So without further ado, I think that's everything that we want to touch on, man. Yeah. So hope everybody is well. I will catch you on the next video.
It's heavy now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday is on my mind. Used to take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. It's heavy now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. found peace of mind and shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. The holiday is on my mind. You still take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. It's heavy now, we don't change. Come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind and shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, I'll call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday is on my mind. You still take me by surprise. Truth that breaks by the night. If we don't change, we're stuck in time. heavy now. We don't change, come back down, keep it safe. Spinning room, lost my mind. Keep it up, killing time. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Oh, it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Pick it up as if you found peace of mind in shattered sound. Extra days to sit around, wonder why you can't be found. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Left alone to face the day. Don't wait up, it'll be okay. Though it's coming at me like a tidal wave. Heaven stops by my side. Hurry up, leave it behind. Fickle love, call you out if we don't change it now. Holiday you.